Okay guys, now we're going to do the sideways rolls. We've gone through our forward roll, our backwards roll, and now our sideways rolls. Sideways rolls are a little bit more advanced than the forward and the backwards roll, but they're fundamental for, especially if you're like a beginner, an intermediate, or even an advanced jiu-jitsu fighter. You need to understand how to do a sideways roll. For a beginner and intermediate, you're probably going to use it more for hook sweeping, butterfly guard, things like that. For more advanced guys, you're probably going to start to use it to get inverted and things like that. So, super important that we learn how to do this technique, guys. First thing we're going to do is we're going to start on our butt. We're going to start with our feet out and our heels on the mat. We're going to take our hands and we're going to tuck it underneath our legs and grab behind our knees, tucking our elbows in tight, okay? Now, when you do this technique, the common mistake for this technique is when people start to do the roll, they go down and they look over their shoulder and they flatten their body out. So as I keep going now, I'm not going to be able to do my inversion. I'm not going to be able to get onto my shoulders from here. You need to start to look at your knee, tuck your head in, and we're going across the back of the shoulders when we do this technique, okay? So when we're here, we're going one, two, go to the side. Now, another important thing, sorry guys, is the use of my feet on the mat. I need to use my feet on the mat all the time. I need to be driving my leg into the mat, using my toes on the mat. Active toes in jiu-jitsu is critical. So make sure you guys, when you're doing this drill, your legs are not just lazy and you're not just here like this. You need to be planting your toes into the mat and using your toes as a pivot point to turn your hip upside down. So 1, 2, tuck, look at the knee, look at the knee. Look, now my toes become active. I push. Keep the tension between my toes and my shoulder. Push, that's my spring. Now I'm upside down, I can put my toes onto the mat, and now I just let my leg flop over. My hips are going to be relaxed here, and I'm just going to roll my hip over, finishing the roll. So that's a sideways roll, guys. So tuck the elbows in, look at the knee, go to the side. If you get to the side here and you're finding it hard to get your leg up, you can use your toe in the mat combined with your leg here, your top leg. Your top leg can do a circle, but you need to open your hip when you do that circle, otherwise you're not going to be able to go over. So, tension through the toes, top leg makes a circle, boom, makes it easier to get upside down. Now here we just fall and let our hip go over. So just 1, 2, 3. And it's like, this is your steering wheel, your toes are your steering wheel, guys, okay? When you're doing this technique, the toes are the steering wheel. They're steering us where we're going. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, the reason I say this is like a hook sweep, guys, is you can imagine like you're doing a hook sweep. Sometimes, some people think that a hook sweep is done with the outside leg. You overhook the arm, you underhook or overhook the arms on this side, and that you just let this leg go between the legs and you just flick this leg over to do the sweep. It is actually incorrect way technically to do the sweep. The sweep comes from the toes that twists the hip. So the hip is the sweep, not the hook. The hook is just the setup to the sweep. So this is going more towards intermediate and advanced guys. When I overhook the arm, okay, and I underhook this arm, my toe doesn't go between the legs and stay inactive. It activates, my toe activates. The hook now becomes just a lever to help to do the sweep, but my toe connected through my hip and my shoulder, okay, so the tension between my toes and my shoulder will turn my hip to do the sweep. So when I go 1, 2, 3, that's the sweep, boom. The movement from here, 1, 2, that's now I'm swept, boom. Now I've done the sweep. It's the same thing when we do this drill. If you want to think about it like a hook sweep, that's how I do it. It becomes a lot more sort of useful in your jiu-jitsu game. So overhook the arm, underhook this arm, tilt to the side, tuck the head, sweep, turn, and go over. Cool? So you're overhooking the arm, underhooking this arm, you're going for the sweep, activate the toe, do the sweep, step, twist, and over. Cool? For beginners, holding the back of the legs, tucking the arms, focusing on looking at the knee, keep the head tucked, keep the head tucked, keep the head tucked, toes on the mat, walk wide, and come over. Okay, that's our sideways roll, guys.